Targeting is an important part of pickleball. Every time you hit a shot, you should always have a target that you're aiming at. Don't ever go, I was just trying to hit the ball. Always trying to have a target and then judge yourself off of how well or how poorly your ball hit that target. Now, a target could be about anything. It could be a specific place on the court. It could be between two people. It could be at somebody. It could be at their hip or right or left hip, down their center line. Could be down at their feet. Down at somebody's feet is an excellent target, especially if they're the closer person. So I tell people that if the ball's coming at me and I have a choice to hit the ball at the closer person or the further away person, I generally want to go at the closer person. It takes away time. It steals time from them to react to the shot, to react to whatever ball I hit at them. If I can see their feet and hit the ball at their feet, even better. Your opponent's feet are a good target. You've probably already heard that. But beyond just their feet, even 1 foot is a better target. So the backhand side foot, so I'm a righty, so my left foot, my left shoe would be an even better target. And it's a smaller target. And there is some theory that the smaller your target, the more accurate your shot's gonna be. I had a YouTube short video on this called Aim Small, Miss Small. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. But really, the smaller or the more fine-tuned your target is, then the more focused you are on getting the ball to that target. So if you think about, I'm going to target my opponent's feet, is one thing, but if you go, I'm going to target my opponent's backhand side foot, that's a totally different thing. Or if you're thinking I'm going to put it right between their feet, that's a totally different thing. Both are smaller targets. When I think about hitting at somebody's feet, it's not really just at their feet, but it's also this imaginary line that extends out from both feet. So if I drew a line from ankle to ankle and I extended that line out both ways, then out to this side and out to this side is also at somebody's feet, in my opinion. Meaning that it accomplishes the same thing. It makes life difficult on them, the same as if I was hitting right at their foot. When I talked earlier about hitting at somebody's backhand side foot, that's a good thing to do. An equally good thing to do would be to hit on that imaginary line that extends out from that backhand side foot, meaning that all of these balls out here represent all of the places that if I could hit a shot and it would land right there would be the equivalent or maybe even tougher than hitting right at my foot. So now my opponent has to reach over here low. This ball's still down at their feet, but it's on their backhand side, but it's a little bit further away. Same thing on the forehand side. If I can get this ball down on this imaginary line that runs between both ankles and goes out in both directions, it doesn't matter which orientation my body is, that line still exists. It's an imaginary line, so maybe it doesn't exist. If I can put that ball on the forehand side, still down on this imaginary line that comes out from between my ankles, then it's still a tough shot. It's as good as, or maybe better than, hitting right at their feet. So I don't really limit myself to thinking I've got to put this ball right on their foot. Sometimes I want to put this ball by them or out to the side where it's harder to reach, particularly on the backhand side, as say they're running up to the kitchen line or they're off that line a little bit. If I can put this ball down the line on their backhand side and maybe not right at their feet, but down here where they've got a stretch and it's further away, and this is a much tougher shot for them than if I put the ball here or if I put the ball here. So when you're targeting somebody's feet, it doesn't have to be their physical feet. It can be that theoretical extension on that line that extends out in both directions from their feet. Now you could say, wait a minute, that's not aim small, miss small anymore. That's a pretty big target. But in reality, I'm thinking about one of these balls as my target. Maybe not that finely detailed, but as I'm trying to hit this shot and I'm trying to put it out of their reach a little bit and down at their feet, so they've got to stretch to go get this ball and it's down at their foot, then I'm trying to pick an area on either side where I'm trying to get this ball to, and to make life difficult on them. So I don't have to go directly at their feet. I'm trying to imagine where's that line as they're coming in, or if they're back in no man's land and they're standing there, is I don't really have to put it right at their feet. I could put it out here, right at their feet level, or right at their feet depth away from that net. And if I can put the ball here, it's equally as difficult for them to get, or maybe more difficult. Think about this next time you're playing. So we want to aim small, miss small, and we want to always have a target, and the smaller the target, the better. Down at the feet's always, in general, always a good target. And if I can get it down at their feet level, but further away from them, maybe even better.